I'm gonna be making a wonderful Huevos Rancheros casserole. Now this is delicious any day of the week, but remember, the holidays are coming up. And if you're gonna have family or friends over, you can prepare Huevos Rancheros for the whole family, all in one dish. And I know you're gonna love it. So today, I'm gonna show you how to make it, step by step. Let's get started. So these are the ingredients that I'm gonna be using today to make my Huevos Rancheros casserole. I have 4 slices of thick cut bacon, and I've cut them up into small pieces. If you don't wanna use bacon, you can use sausage or you can use chorizo, whichever you like. And I have 3 medium-sized tomatoes, and they're diced into small pieces. They were about this size. And I have half of a large onion. I cut it julienne style, and then I cut it in half. See? But you can chop it up any way you want. I have half of a large orange bell pepper, cut into small pieces. And I've got 2 large jalapeños, seeds removed, and I cut them up into strips. Now this is optional. You don't have to use it if you don't like them. But I think it gives the salsa a delicious flavor. I'm gonna be using 1/4 of a cup of tomato sauce, some chopped cilantro as needed, 2 medium-sized garlic cloves, finely minced, 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. This is gonna give your salsa a delicious flavor, but it's optional. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cumin. I'm gonna be using 6 corn tortillas, 1 avocado, some freshly grated Colby Jack cheese. I'm gonna be using some hot water, and I've got some refried beans right here. So these are the ingredients that I'm gonna be using today. Now we can go to the stove. So I'm gonna start out by frying my bacon. I'm gonna be using this skillet right here. I'm gonna add my bacon, and I'm gonna set the heat to medium. So I'm gonna move this around until it gets slightly crispy. See, nice and golden. Now, as you can see, my bacon is golden and crispy, and I have removed the excess grease, and I left about 1.5 tablespoons of grease in here. So now I'm gonna add my onions. The onions always go first. Now, you don't wanna mix your tomatoes or anything else with it, because then they won't sizzle like this, see? Now, I'm gonna move them around for about 1 minute, so they can get slightly translucent and they can release their flavor in here. So now that my onions are slightly translucent, see, I'm gonna add my orange bell pepper. I'm gonna add my jalapeños. See, look at this. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. I'm gonna make a well right here in the middle. See, because I want it to sizzle in here to release its flavor. Now you want to leave your garlic in here for about 1 minute. Now I'm going to add my tomato sauce. Now there's something about the tomato sauce. It just tastes delicious. I'm going to mix it all in together like this. Now I'm going to add my tomatoes. I'm going to add my ground cumin. And I'm gonna add some cilantro. Now these tomatoes are gonna start releasing a lot of liquid, see? But you still wanna add a little bit of water because it takes about 1/2 cup. So I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of water in here. See, I've got this nice and hot, ready to go. This is 1/2 cup. And I've got my 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon in here. I wanna dissolve it real well. And now I'm gonna add it in here. I'm gonna add some pepper. You can add as much as you want, or you can leave it out. I'm gonna mix this in together like this, and I'm gonna lower the temperature to low. And I'm gonna replace my lid, and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 15 minutes, just like that. Now I've got my salsa right here by the side at a low simmer, and now I'm gonna prepare my tortillas. I'm gonna be using this small skillet, and I've got enough oil in here so that I can submerge the tortilla one at a time. And here it goes, just like this, see? Now you wanna wait until it bubbles up at the top. See the bubbles? Then you wanna flip it over, very quick. Now you wanna take it out. It's a very quick process. Now you can warm these tortillas up on a griddle, or you can put them in the microwave and get them soft. But there's something about the flavor when you put them into the hot oil like this. And it's a very quick process. See? And I'm gonna continue until I have all my tortillas done. Just like this. So my tortillas are ready. And here's my salsa. Look at this. Oh, it looks absolutely delicious. Now we can put our Huevos Rancheros casserole together. So I'm ready to assemble my Huevos Rancheros casserole. And I forgot to mention the star of the show. I've got 8 extra large eggs. When I showed you all the ingredients, I forgot to show the eggs. But here they are. So I'm gonna put some of my salsa right here on the bottom. This is gonna be your foundation. You see, you wanna spread it out. And that's good. Now my tortillas. You always wanna make sure that you remove the excess oil. I've got my refried beans right here. Now I'm gonna spread them one at a time because I wanna make sure that each tortilla has plenty of beans on it like this. Now I'm gonna set it right here. Here's another one. I'll set this one right there. Here's the third. And here's the last one right here. Look at that. Now I'm gonna put some cheese on top. This is Colby Jack, freshly grated. And you can use as much as you want. And you can also use your favorite cheese. And that's good, just like that. Now I'm gonna add the rest of my salsa on top. Now you wanna spread it out. See, just like that. Now it's time for my eggs. One at a time. And here's the last one. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of cilantro on top, just a little bit like this. See? Now I'm gonna move this egg over a little bit. Very easy to move. See? That's perfect. Look at that. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm gonna put it right on the center rack, anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes. So I'll see you in a little bit. So my Huevos Rancheros are ready. Come take a look. Oh, look at this. Now, if you like your eggs cooked a little more, you can always leave them in there a little bit longer. When you serve them, you can add a little bit more bacon on top, like this. And a little cilantro to give it a little color, a little flavor. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little pepper on each one, just like this. You can also use pepper flakes if you'd rather do that. Beautiful, look at that. Serve this with a little more beans on the side like this. And I've got some avocado slices right here. That's always so good. Right there. Look at that. Now it's time for the taste test. Oh, delicious. And this is piping hot. Look at this. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I know you're gonna love this. So this is my Huevos Rancheros casserole. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment and tell me what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.